game's done, and that can happen in the late game sometimes. So I don't think they should go too overboard about overthinking it. They just need to be like, okay, we messed up. It happens.
Yeah, those were some fast bans, literally instantaneous. So then they go into the Rubik. We've been talking about this. Just now, the question becomes: no, stop that! You stop that!
I'm a psycho.
I don't want to hear that out of your mouth ever again until the patch. Then when Sven gets nerfed and like is in the dumpster, you'd be like, maybe they should pick Sven, and then they will. And everybody would be like, wow, that's totally off meta. How did you make that call, Mo? And you'd be like, I just had an inkling.
I mean, we haven't seen it yet today. So if we see one game of it, that's fine. I'm not surprised that EHOME keep going back for this Rubik, though. Fade's playing it really well.
Mm-hmm.
And he had another great game last game. I think he was like 1-6-17 or something. He had a really good time. Lots of good steals. Lots of like amazing lift initiations as well. Felt like he was always finding his openings in the game. Like getting lots of farm, lots of split pushing.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like early in the game, sometimes it's a little bit tough for Rubik with telekinesis because it doesn't last that long, and it feels like maybe that your lockdown isn't amazing in those team fights. But come the later parts of that game, where you've got 4 in the arcane supremacy, you've got 4 in the telekinesis, and people are in the air for what seems to be forever. Then you're just blowing people up, and your lockdown feels that much better. You really become a nuisance. Especially when you're able to steal even more lockdown.
This is the same opening as last game, right? From both the teams.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, they're just going to go Nyx again.
Okay.
I don't know. The Nyx felt okay. It didn't feel like
I didn't think it felt
crazy
bad at all.
But it felt okay. I can see them going like, I can see them going either Wind Ranger or Lion. I think are the two for me now. But again, I thought the Lion did okay last game. Like, I don't think RNG should be worried about having to change things up massively, because I think their draft was okay. It was just some of the fights went poorly for them. It's like an action replay, B-Cup.
That's what it is right now. Did you ever use one of those on your Game Boy?
No, I'm not a dirty cheat.
Good.
I bet you did.
Nope.
I
did
not know.
I can't believe you think that of me. That you think I would use an action replay. I went up and down Cinnabar Island just like the rest of everybody else, and then I ended up getting those infinite rare candies just like everybody else.
Nice.
Come on. I'm not the kind of guy who would just be like action replay plus to whatever number and max my stuff out. I'm going to fly over to Viridian City, fly back to Cinnabar Island. I'm that kind of guy.
Nice Elder Titan ban this time though by EHOME. I think they realized that was a big problem for them last game. Like the Nyx especially, like it felt good against it, but maybe they thought they could do okay. But yeah, it was a good hero.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you're like amping up the damage of the Lion by using the Spirit in the natural order, and then the Bloodseeker like amps him up as well. I think it was that Finger of Death did a lot of damage at points.
Yeah, it was blowing heroes up. And there's the Sven ban. Potentially no Svens in a day. Have we been able to say that throughout this event? Because I'm hyped.
When we say no Sven, what we mean is it's been banned every game rather than picked.
Yeah. Well, that's better than picked every game.
I find it interesting, though, that the top 3 teams, LGD, Vici, and Elephant, would be willing to first pick the Sven, and I don't think any of the other teams have been really willing to do that.
Yeah.
Shows you how confident they are with that hero, because they know how strong it can be. The Jug was banned this time as well by RNG, so it'll be interesting to see what EHOME decide to do, like with their next pick this time, because that Jug pick felt
in the same draft.
Yeah, the Jug pick felt so natural before, but because like against Bloodseeker Lion you have the spin available and everything, like it feels really good.
They don't get the Elder Titan this time on RNG, so let's see. What they're going to pick in terms of their 5, because Lion was the 4 in the last game. So, do they push the Lion to a 5 position? Do they want a different 5? Like, they still have a couple of options. They go into the Invoker pretty early.
That's cool.
That's I think almost every time we've seen that hero, it's been a final pick, right?
Yeah. last phase a lot of the time. I think otherwise it's like right at the end of the second phase. The Lifestealer was the other one I was going to say for EHOME, might, similar to Jug in that sense with the spinning lane, very self-sustainable as well, would have been okay. But especially if they're picking Invoker, the Lifestealer ban makes sense.
Do they pick their 3 here? Or do they want to pick their mid knowing the matchup?
I think they're more likely to pick their 1. But they could pick like their 3 if they felt like there was just a really strong pairing of like heroes they could put together. But like Slardar, Mars are banned, and they tend to be the 2 big ones that you see.
What about, we've been talking about it a lot, it hasn't been picked up tonight, the Centaur, because Centaur Rubik's a classic lane.
I think against Rupture it gets a bit more difficult to play that hero because you don't have that like hard disengage. Yeah.
Yeah, the Stampede loses a little bit of value.
It's still okay. You know what it's going to do, but they need to decide what hero they want to put in this safe lane. I think with the Nyx, because
give me the Tidehunter. I mean, I can probably not, right?
I'm really struggling to think as well what they could pick here that would be the best choice. So it's not surprising to me that they're also taking a long time to think. Tell me if something gets picked.
Yeah, sure. I'll let you know. They just picked the rest of the draft. It just happened. I can't believe you missed it.
Monkey King or something could be okay, maybe. Yeah. Okay.
Mo.
See, this is why you look at the hero list every now and then.
But that was solid because you called it, and then it was right as Monkey King, bam, right in. I've never been
because I told them. I messaged Ekton over, and I was like, "Yo, can you pick Monkey King next to make me look really smart?" And he was like, "Yeah, sure, man, that's fine."
You got the rest of your draft. I'm not going to say anything more.
No, please, I don't want to talk to myself. It's awful. Peacock, don't do this to me. The Monkey King is really good against Bloodseeker, though. We've seen this before with a Mischief able to dodge the Blood Right. So they have to make sure they time the stun so that it hits just before the Blood Right does, so he can't dodge both. What do they go for on RNG, though? They're probably looking to pick their 5, you would assume, unless there's a... Okay. I don't mind the clock. It sets up really well for the Sunstrike if they want to go that route with the Exort. Strong support pairing. Good spells. They have like loads of mid-game damage at the moment on RNG as well. Ooh. Peacock, what do you think about the TA? Peacock, it's your job to know. Come on.
No, actually,
Chat told me.
I'll come back.
Chat
I can't stay quiet. Yeah, chat did tell you it is my job to know, but I do like the TA here. With the Monkey King, I'm kind of curious because I think Monkey King's not one of those carries that is going to back up into the jungle, really. Like we've seen like Svens and Jugs and all that. TA should have the jungle to herself. So you probably go back, fall back into the jungle, get yourself that blink as well as the Desolator. I want to say it should be able to jump the backline for the Invoker if he sits back a little bit further. Maybe you use the vision from the Nyx Assassin to have that opportunity to know where that Invoker is going to be standing, go in, have Vendetta, break, go into the Impale, TA jumps with the blink, and then you basically blow up Invoker and take him out of the fight. So I think the mobility is going to be nice, especially with the Monkey King too. You can set up with both those heroes for the Nyx Assassin.
You're killing it.
Am I?
Yeah, you're doing really well.
Damn. Nobody would know I have a 3-digit MMR. I mean,
what?
2?
I mean, EHOME, this draft. Do you remember we talked about, there was that draft that Elephant played where they picked TA Sven and they had heroes that people had to buy BKB against. This draft from EHOME reminds me of that, in the sense that they have these 2 really good physical damage cores, but they're playing against Nyx Rubik on RNG. So they're going to be forced into building BKB, but they kind of need like halberds and armor items as well. So it's going to be really difficult for them to itemize this game. I'm really interested to see what they go for. I like your point about the Nyx and the TA, though. Like the Nyx giving the ability to find vision for the TA to like... Because not just the Nyx, it's the TA traps as well that give vision on the map for them to find these openings with the cores. Yeah. And I think TA lanes up really well against Invoker as well. So seems like a super good pick to me. I'm interested to see what they pick as their 3 here, though.
Well, do we see Faith Beyond? Like, used to go to this Monkey King offlane at times. I want to say
That
we've
sounds
seen
like a very
offlane Monkey
LGD
King.
thing.
Yeah. But I don't think he was on LGD when he did it. I'm pretty sure he might have been on EHOME when he was doing something like that. And it wasn't like all the time, but it was like kind of rare.
I could see Tide being picked this game, potentially. I think they need team fight on eHome, and I think they need like a solid laner because they don't know their matchup yet.
Does the Hex hurt him enough, though? Like, where you deter that kind of pick?
Not really, no. It's fine. Is it Nyx offlane? Is it Earth Spirit offlane, maybe?
Is it Rubik offlane?
No, I don't think so.
No.
Is it Earth Spirit mid? There's so many questions here.
No. TA?
Or did they sneeze and pick the wrong hero?
Maybe.
I think it's Earth Spirit offlane. I'd be really surprised if it was anything else. Maybe Chalice plays Nyx, but I think you wanted to play the Rubik as the 4 because that's Fade's hero, right? And X Nova on the Nyx. Sorry, you want to play Fade on the Rubik, X Nova on the Nyx because you want the Nyx against the Bloodseeker in lane. So that seems to me like the Earth Spirit has to be the 3.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good Earth Spirit game that gives them that team fight that we talked about. It's a great silence against the Lion and the Invoker. Like, it controls tempo while the Monkey King and the TA farm.
Ooh.
But that's the 10th pick natural counter to the Earth Spirit. They're
So
playing
you're
it
saying...
mid. Oh my
Wait,
god.
what?
No, they're not. Sorry, I lied. No. I got really confused with Freeze having the Chinese name from last series, and I thought it was Freeze again this series. And I got don't talk. It's fine. It's just me
Chalice,
being
though. Okay, so I looked it up. Chalice has only played this Earth Spirit in the offlane once.
When?
2017, February 10th. Oh my god.
Did it win?
No.
What was it score?
He was 7, 11, and 14. Stick, Earn, Blink, Tranquils, Ags.
Oh, I can't really hope this works. This would be great.
And he played with a stack against an Ame and others.
I know why he's done it.
And Ame played
So
offlane.
Chalice, are you ready for this? Chalice is going to build a blade mail first, okay? And then he gets ruptured, and he just rolls away with blade mail on, and they both die. Him and the Bloodseeker. they just instantly die.
Sure.
That's what I'm hoping for. And if the first one doesn't kill him, he just rolls again with his refresher that he's building second.
I don't know if this was even a legit league, honestly. Like, it doesn't look like it.
It's like 2017, though, as well. That's ages. It's like 3.5 years ago, probably.
Yeah, and it's in something called the CDC Master League, which was an open play league, so it's not like a real... It was like, I'm pretty sure that was like the equivalent to... You remember when they had like FDL?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the equivalent to that.
Right, okay.
I believe. Because Ame played offlane Slardar. And he went 8-3 and 18.
Right, okay. What are the odds on Chalice asking for this Earth Spirit all the time, and that EHOME are always like, no, we're not giving you Earth Spirit.
Dude, that doesn't work. Stop, Chalice.
And Chalice, stop. And he's like, guys, I really want to play Earth Spirit this game. And X-Over's like, I really don't want to pick it for you, but we're 1-0 up in a series. Like, maybe this is the time. Chalice and Fade both high five. Jay on the Slack.
God, what's the build here? Is Ags like even in the works
The mystery
for Earth Spirit, you think?
Maybe, like later on. Could be good save against like the Cataclysm or something after a stun. But I think he's gonna go like earn Blade Mail, just tank up and things, so. I think this mid lane should go really well for XM though. I mean, Setsu's a decent laner, but I think this matchup's really difficult for Setsu to play. He's going Quest X, which is fine. So, like, he can secure CS with Cold Snap and Tornado and things, but As when it gets to like level 4, this TA should be doing really well.
So you take the 50 damage, right?
On who? The Earth Spirit?
Yeah.
Maybe. The rolling boulder distance is really good though.
It is really good because I know I love the I think of the Somnus mid where he went like Blade Mail, Crystallis. Talk about a fun Earth Spirit game. They're doing a decent amount of damage to Jay.
Yeah, they are. And Super's just running in with battery assault. Just take me. But this battery assault at level 1 does like no damage. It's like 20 damage per tick, magic damage. And it's not reliable because they're just standing in a creep wave.
Also, we don't see much Slark at all. So like, what are your thoughts on this hero?
Like the Slark's really good against the Earth Spirit in the laning station things. Oh, X Nova top. Jesus. Took a lot of damage.
He's got a Salvi spine.
So yeah, it's really good against the Earth Spirit in the laning things. I think as the game goes on, it's really good if they get to a much later portion of the game. I think it works well with Alacrity as well, which is nice. They build up those stacks quicker. But against the Monkey King, like they have this AoE damage from like the Wukongs and things, right? But if you look at EHOME's draft overall, it's very single target. So it's like not amazing against the Slark.
Slark's actually doing so well in lane at the moment, 11-0. I'm so glad we get to see different 1 positions. It's not just run it, use Sven.
The Monkey
Makes
King
me
and
so
stuff as well
happy.
is a little bit different as well, I guess. This TA is doing really well mid though. 9 and 6 to the 5 and 3.
Yeah, Setsu getting beat right now. XM on the TA. I kind of want to take a look at his stats on this hero. It makes me miss watching Nothing to Say.
This lane's really weird in the sense that I think the best time the Evoker has is right at the start, and he's already losing the lane.
Yeah.
So it's like, when is he going to be able to catch up this game? He's playing Quest so it's going to be reliant on getting kills and things, like around his urn or whatever.
So, XM actually hasn't won with this TA since he was on CDC.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's got 4 consecutive losses on the hero. He's lost 5 of his last 6 on this hero. Yeah, he last won 5 months ago during OGA when they played RNG. Interestingly enough.
That's quite a while ago now.
And he won in 29 minutes, only going 1-1-6. So.
She's super down in the spotlight again. Just running at them with battery assault. He's like, get off my Slark. How dare you? Chalice has committed role here.
He rolled in. I don't know if he really wanted to do that. He was just getting hit and, Essence Shift's starting to stack up.
I forgot you could kick him away as well. That's fair enough.
And in the last 20, he's 11 and 9. Just if you wanted to know that.
That's not too bad. Super might be in trouble here in the
Super
bot lane.
might be first blood. They've got the telekinesis as well as the roll. Just need one more shot, but he's able to escape. Do they commit for this at all? No.
Chalice is like, well, I really want to go for the clock, but instead I'm just going to run into the cogs again. Fair play.
Yeah, and lose all my mana. I love it.
Oh, this mid lane, Jesus.
TA, just doing so well. Definitely enjoying his time, that's for sure.
It's getting to the point now where he can start just hitting the jungle soon. And like just pushing the lane up. And he just starts to maximize his farm as much as possible. I just look at the HP bars of everybody on both teams at the moment. Like Radiant's just all half HP or lower. Dire are all like okay. And they're winning in CS at the moment as well. Oh, Super's made a rotation towards top. Interesting.
Balance strike, proccing the Jingu. Super comes over. He's gonna get spotted there. And now Super goes and tries to catch SCCC, but there's the impale on SRF under the tower. Battery assault, trying to kill a courier, won't even get that.
SCCC managed to mischief dodge the blood right there as well, so... Good attempt, though, by RNG. I don't mind that play. Diving under the tower, potentially to get SCCC with, like, a clock rotation. But, yeah, it means down in bot lane. Yeah, without the clock, this Slark is a lot more,
killable.
Killable. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Thank you.
Regeneration.
I got you.
And now the clock's just TP top and then walked all the way across the map towards bot lane again.
Oh, dear.
It's just such a waste of time.
Ooh, tornado. And the EMP.
I'd be interested to see. I think XM's probably going to go Deso first this game, I'd imagine. And then go for the Blink afterwards. But I think going Blink could be okay as well. Like, you have this Earth Spirit that you can play really active with early on. Yeah, and he has pretty queued up.
He's about to drop here, but he walks away as the impale lands. And Super can't finish that kill.
Nice stacking from the TA here as well, you see. Using the trap to stack another camp at the same time she stacks one herself. I like this Clockwork's just hanging around mid at the moment. He's TPing bot on the Invoker, actually. Hang on. Here we go, B-Cob.
I guess he's there to now take over the experience, right? But are they even going to get anything over bottom?
They're just refilling Chalice's bottle.
Yeah. He's going Arcane Boots next.
Top lane.
Trying to go in onto the Monkey King, but just don't have the damage.
Invoker's just wasted so much time in the bot lane, though.
And that's going to allow TA to get a significant lead over the Invoker. Almost 1,000 gold already.
Yeah, I mean, the TA is doing really well this game.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Going Blink Dagger first.
He wants the Arcane Rune on the Earth Spirit. You see he's rolling all the way over for it.
Be funny if Faye just
So for people that don't know, the cooldown reduction that you get on like Octarine and Arcane Rune and stuff works on your Stone Remnants as well. So it means he can be a lot more aggressive with his like stone usage and things.
Roll.
So instantly, straight away, just goes for it.
So Keen Optic and the Royal Jelly. And it'll be eaten and given over to the Monkey King.
Oh, he's rotating in. Top lane.
Rolls in, finds the Lion, and the Boulder Smash also hits SRF. Primal Spring right down into the Bloodseeker. They've got one, but the Tornado EMP, it's down. Chalice out of mana. They get the kill next. Nova to turn this around. And they've got 3 up top for RNG. Blood right down, won't land. Thinking about rolling and hitting Setsu. They just don't have vision for him. He's ghost blocked right on Chalice.
I would say this is exactly what XM wants on the TA at the same time. Like, everyone is just scrapping, which, I mean, even SCCC doesn't mind on the Monkey King too much.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Sentry down for the Radiant. Balance Strike used. Cold Snap comes through as well as the Tornado onto 4. Blood Right. Is it going to be enough? Silence onto the Monkey King as well as the Air Spirit. They get the kill on SRF. Now they look over the Nyx Assassin. X Nova dies. Can they find anything more on either side? Rolling Boulder doesn't land. Chalice, though, full mana again. Boulder Smash hits Super as well as Setsu. Super inside the cogs. He might be in some trouble. Boundless Strike, a couple more clicks. They get the kill onto the Clockwork. They're looking for the roll, but there's the Hex coming out from Felix. Pounce as well as the Leash onto the Earth Spirit. They'll kill off Chalice, but not before he gets the Magnetize down. Won't matter, though. It's not going to get a kill on anybody.
It's all about those deeps, though.
All the time.
Get that end-game scoreboard deeps up.
Yeah. All that time, though, XM just farming, and look how close he is to the Blink Dagger.
But this Slark's doing really well as well, and I love that he's going for Diffusal. I massively dislike that SCCC is going for Mask of Madness this game. I think it's such a high risk, high reward item here. It could be really good, but
Dire's
yeah,
top
like
tower
that high
under
risk is
attack.
definitely there.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Super wants Fade here.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Fade in trouble. Hook shot was used.
Radiant's bottom tower.
And he's got battery assault going, but the tornado comes in, finishes off Fade. Impale lands the son of the Setsu. They have the trap. Is he slowed up? Yes, he is.
Yeah. Phoenix really wanted to come over there and get a quick finger kill, but they back off in time on him. His TA's going to have Blink now, though, coming out in the courier if she wants. Yeah. So, third point in Meld is going to be coming up, fourth point soon. And then that burst damage is really going to be coming like online. The Slark really needs to get Diffusal here, and then he can actually fight, I think. Like he'll be really strong then, because he can like dispel the magnetizing things. But it's about whether, even when he gets Diffusal, can he deal with this burst damage from the TA?
SCCC. He's gonna die, but now they're right on top of this Invoker. Ooh, man. Telekinesis, XM comes in, Stolen Finger, but the Hex as well as the Blood Right. Felix will drop to the Magnetize. Courier. Okay.
Oh.
Dust in a ward on it. Just roaming through mid.
Dire's top tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
they might be able to get mid tier 1 here as well, which would be
Radiant's
huge.
middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. The hidden ones.
I know the Slark is the big winner of that last couple of minutes, though, I think. Just doing his own thing, right? I think the Invoker's the big loser. Like, yeah, they get this kill on the SCCC in the first place, which is really nice, but he's falling behind a little bit, and he doesn't have the Midas yet, so doesn't have any way of scaling at the moment. That's a great steal on the EMP. It's exactly what you're looking for. Maybe Tornado as well, but
Well, the Telekinesis EMP is going to be nice. Pause.
that's a keen optic for the Lion if he wants it as well. It's a good eye.
Doesn't have a courier to bring it out, though.
I'm really interested to see what the Bloodseeker builds next as well. Whether he goes like Halberd or Solar Crest or something, because he's going to need BKB at some point, but I feel like this second item is going to be really key after the Atos. Maybe like Greaves could be good as well. Oh, hook shot.
Hook shot, Cogs, XM.
Just goes invis. They're like,
Fine.
oh. Mid lane as well.
EMP. Coming out from Fade.
Oh, they also have no detection. Everybody, give yourselves a pat on the back all round. All 10 people just buy a dust all at once. I can see it.
I was thinking about a change for couriers, because we see couriers just go down all the time.
How would you change it?
Just making it so you don't want it to die as much. What if you had to repurchase courier every time plus the cooldown, and each time you let your courier die, it costs you 50 more gold?
Oh, harsh penalty. I think couriers
Yeah.
already give a lot of gold though to the other team when they die.
Yeah, well, you know.
You
But
should- I
it
think you
feels
should
like
punish
it's
even more.
negligible because teams are so willing to give up their couriers.
Well, they're not willing.
not willing,
They just accidentally
but-
let them die.
Is under
I don't know. It just seems like there's so many couriers dying these days when it felt like it used to be it would only be Nature's Prophet who got that to happen.
Oh, it's
Hook
GMPs
shot
everywhere.
all the way in, and that's on XM. They've also got the Cogs. There's the Rupture on XM. Super taking a
Setsu, though.
lot of damage. Won't end up dying. Now the finger on XM. They get the kill to the TA. Sark's actually the one who claims it. Roll all the way
Chalice
to the
is-
back lines. Chalice in pretty deep. Rod of Atos
Yeah.
comes through. There's the Earth Spike. They've stunned him up. They've got the Blood Right. And eventually they should be able to get this kill. There's the Diffusal, the Soul, the Pounce, the Leash, and the damage to finish him off.
Yeah, two things there. Chalice had no stones at the end, so when he rolled over the cliff, I'm not really sure what he was going for. I think he forgot that he'd run out of stones, or didn't realise. The other thing was, at the start of that fight, they lifted the clockwork up in the air, which was amazing, but they pulled the clockwork towards the TA. No, sorry, further away from the TA. So the clockwork, what he was going for was to push the TA back from the cogs.
Dire's middle tower
But
is
where the
under
lift
attack.
made him land, he could still do that anyway. So where XM, they might have been okay if they'd have like thrown the clock
Tornado
towards his own
EMP.
team. Oh,
Easy kill onto Fade.
yeah, like if they'd have thrown the clock towards his team in the mid lane, then I think the TA might have been okay because they couldn't cog push the TA back. Yeah. Oh, this Slark.
He's in
Really
some
well
trouble.
played.
They get the kill. Hook shot used. Super gonna drop to XM.
That was a great play by X Nova there. He was waiting for the Slark to like use the Dark Pack before he threw out his stun,
Is under attack.
just to make sure they got the kill. Not sure what Slark's doing up there by himself, but with Diffusal, he does feel really strong now. It's the Bloodseeker and the Invoker I'm worried about here. And Bloodseeker has Howard queued up, but like they're so far away from anything. Slark's the only really one that's scaling that well at the moment.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Go for the tier 1 over mid. Quick tower.
Radiant's middle tower has
Their
fallen.
tier 1 mid is still standing too.
Yeah, credit to SCC as well. I wasn't sure about the Mask of Madness, but he seems to have made it work this game so far.
He's going into the
I'm winning.
Yags next. I'm wondering what Chalice wants after the BKB. Geomagnetic Grip. And there's the Earth Spike into the Spike Carapace. And it will get in front of this Nyx Assassin and Rupture Fade. Super's coming over. Fade trying to run this one out.
Radiant are scanning.
I don't know if they see him.
Doesn't have a TP. And eventually, yeah, they'll spot him. Blood right down. Rod of Atos has the stolen Hex, but has it no longer.
Oh, +2 Agi from that fight. Slark will feel pretty good from that. Nice couple of pickoffs for RNG.
Radiant
This line's getting a lot of
structures
farm
are
as well.
fortified.
He's got the Aether Lens already, so... With the
Dire's
Keen Optic and the
middle
Aether
tower
Lens,
is
he has a
under attack.
good cast range.
Now they'll go for the tier 1 mid. They gonna start this off with a stun on SRF? No.
Do they have a... Oh, they don't have a sentry down on Radiant. Okay, there you go. They drop one.
Stun, Rod of Atos, Blood Right, EMP. They find X Nova. There's the finger finish.
Yeah, runs into the sentry ward. And then, like we said, once you get the Hex off on the Nyx, there's not a huge amount you can do. Carapace doesn't work, so... Good pick off. They really want to get this mid-tier 1, but they don't push buildings that quickly on RNG. Yeah, they see this ward. They know it's there.
Hook shot. It's XM. Now they've got the Earth Spike to follow it up. Impale
Ooh,
hits
good
out of the
silence.
clockwork. XM in some trouble. Hexed up. Tornado EMP coming through. Chalice and XM are in the air. They've got the pounce as well as the leech. They get the kill on a Fade as well as XM. As now Chalice lands the rolling boulder. They kill off Felix. They'll think about the Wukongs, but don't commit it.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, and they're still going to lose their tower anyway. Oh, Ace Nova.
Oh, good 3-man
Wow.
impale. This is going to cause a lot of damage. Setsu gets low. SRF at about half health. Chalice, though, silenced and not a lot of mana to work
Dire's
with.
bottom tower
I call that combo of spells the straight line combo B-Cop, where it's the Impale into the Boundless Strike into the Boulder Smash from the Earth Spirit.
Yeah.
All 3 heroes get hit by all 3 spells. It's a lot of damage, but they only kill the Clockwork. And now Setsu with the minus on the Invoker can actually scale a little bit better here. And look at the Clock's net worth in comparison to the Nyx. He's actually getting a decent amount, and he has the Philosopher's Stone as well, so... Game's on the up and up for them.
They have 2 urns on the side of RNG.
Yes, they do. I think it doesn't really matter, though, unless one of them builds a Spirit Vessel. I guess it's not technically 100% efficient, but... It's fine. They're taking Roche.
Roshan has fallen to the
This
dust.
is really good. They need the TA to get BKB here as well, and then I think they're really happy with their game. I mean, Slark's really farmed, though. When he gets his BKB, I think he has a much freer time, especially when he gets alacrity during his BKB duration to like build up those stacks.
6 permanent agility for the Slark. Rubik going into a Force Staff. Nyx Assassin just has Tranquil, so that'll probably be it for him. Axe though for SCCC. You can start to push out these lanes now.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And here they go for the tier 1. Look at that.
Jesus, that was quick.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Oh, Clock has a Ghost Scepter already. Against Monkey King TA? That's really good.
I don't know why I thought you meant E-Blade. I was like, what? Are you kidding me? Seriously.
Clock E-Blade.
Oh my god.
Hell yeah, I'm down. BKB on Earth Spirit though as well. This is a huge item pickup.
What's he gonna go for next though?
I'd still like to see him go Blade Mail.
Spirit Vessel.
Yeah, Spirit. I mean, it's a good Spirit Vessel game.
I want
it's
him
like
to
Slark,
go
Invoker,
Axe.
Bloodseeker. Well, Axe on Earth Spirit.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind him changing his mind. Like, it's an okay Vessel game. I don't think it's amazing, but it still has value.
I mean, come on, Axe.
Slark has no idea when he's running over traps and when he's running over wards as well. A lot of the time, he's like pinging them. Like, I don't know which one's which, guys. They might have vision to me here. Then he runs around a little bit and he's like, "No, it's just a trap. Don't worry."
Guys, please help me out here. What's the Invoker have? He's going Solar Crest. Okay, I like that.
But it's like we said, against the 2 melee cores, like the physical damage. I say melee cores, that's not true at all. TA's not a melee hero, but against these 2 physical damage cores, the armor items go up in value a lot here. But without the BKB, it's still susceptible to like the Earth Spirit, the Nyx, the Rubik.
Yeah, I was gonna say also, Monkey King just hits in melee range. Roll all the way over. Magnetize committed on SRF, but they've got the stun coming through from Felix as well as the Finger the Balance Strike is in. Chow's committing. I'm not sure he really wanted to do that. Sunstrike down, X Nova low. Pops the Spike Carapace, but one more shot from Setsu allows him to get the kill on X Nova. And it's a 2-0 in the favor of RNG.
That's a bit weird for me, Home. Felt like they weren't on the same page there with like what they wanted to do in that.
Yeah, either in or out.
The cores want to farm their BKBs really, the Monkey King and the TA. They don't really want to fight until they have them. And Chalice was like, hell yeah, I've got my BKB, I'm in. Let's get stuck in, lads.
I think luckily for him, he didn't pop it and didn't use that 10-second BKB on him, potentially just dying.
Agreed. I mean, he might not have died, but even if he pops his 10-second BKB and doesn't get anything, still feels pretty sad.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a Solar Crest. Good item choice.
Yeah. Soon will be Heaven's Halberd for Bloodseeker, and then Lotus Orb for him. Oh, 50 damage. Let's go. Okay.
Clickety click.
Hitting for 199. No, 209.
He didn't take the talent until level 13, though. Oh.
Setsu, and look at this. Hook shot comes out, but they've got the damage to take out Setsu. All because of that extra damage from Chalice, of course, obviously. Super tries to TP out, but there's the stun on the Felix, too. So they get the kill on the Lion. They'll look for more. Maybe catching the Slark, but that's a pipe dream.
He used the Solar Crest aggressively on the Evoker at the exact same, like, to try and kill the Nyx at the exact same time that the TA blinked on him. And he was like, oh, where did all my armor go that I've just invested in? Oh no.
Now they go for the tier 2 tower mid, and they don't have hook shot to initiate on this for 25 seconds, so it looks like the tier 2 is just gone.
Aegis is expect to expire though on the TAs, so RNG, if this tier 2 doesn't die quickly, then it looks like it will though. Oh yeah, they can't finish it off.
Oh, deny. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, that is.
how,
Sometimes
like,
you just
would
gotta
you
cut
have
your
been
losses,
willing
though.
to? Yeah, would you have been willing to just kind of like let?
Die for it, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the TA would have definitely died there because the Lion was coming over with the Hex and the Earthspike. And like the Aegis just ran out as well. It would have been an absolute disaster. Slark has a Hyperstone queued up. Love that. And they just smoked under a ward. I think Slark pinged it and he was like, guys, they saw me. Why did we smoke? Look at them baiting under their own ward though on EHOME. Like they're sitting under their high ground vision at the moment. Nick's just like standing in Vendetta looking to break smokes.
Radiant are scanning.
You might want to shift.
SCCC is on the low ground though.
Yeah, I don't know if I really like the position he's in. They're going to spot him for a second. They'll have hook shot in a moment. But Super's actually behind SRF as well as Felix, so he never really has the open sight lines to get in on that hook shot. They land the stun onto SRF, they look over at X-Nova, they put the Rupture on a Chalice as well as the Finger, but it doesn't do a lot of damage. Sunstrike hits X-Nova, they get the kill on the Nyx Assassin, he'll pop the Magnetize, roll in, and now what can they get from this? They use the Primal Spring to look for the Wukong's command, Sark goes into the ulti, they've stolen hook shot, and they'll throw it out onto the Lion. Felix, he's the first one to die on the side of RNG. Right clicks coming out from SCCC aren't going to be enough yet.
Sark.
Super goes into the cogs. They find themselves the Sark. Can they get the kill onto the Sark? No. Yes, maybe. They've caught themselves the telekinesis, and the Balance Strike finishes him off. Setsu, he gets out with the Ghost Walk, maybe looking to reinitiate, but the Deafening Blast is stolen by Fade and thrown out. Clumsy Net hits SRF. They'll lock down the Bloodseeker. They'll get the kill there on Make It a Third. Primal Spring onto Super, who drops the cogs. But Fade, he's got telekinesis. So they'll lift him up into the air and now slam him down right next to 4 heroes on the side of EHOME. So this should be a 4th for them. But the Tornado comes in and swipes up 3. Super surviving until the Balance Strike comes out from SCCC. Ultra kill for the Monkey King. And 4 kills for EHOME.
That fight started really well for RNG. Like they got the good blood right down, they got some good spells off on the line as well, but they dropped a lot of things on the Earth Spirit, who just then pops BKB. Like they used Rupture and Finger on him and everything. And then like the Slark's able to start building up stacks at the start of the fight with Alacrity from the Invoker. But as soon as Monkey King drops that Wukong's, the Slark doesn't dictate where the fight happens anymore. Like as soon as the Wukong's goes down, EHOME decide what's happening in the fight.
Yeah.
Because the Slark can't come and fight into the Wukongs. They get the tier 2, they take the outpost.
I just wasn't sure they were going to kill that Invoker. Did they have the Invoker? Yes, no, maybe? Alright, he's dead.
This Spike Carapace is doing so much work in fights as well. Like, he's so annoying because if you don't kill the Nyx straight away, like his spells that do so much work, but he can be really difficult to kill straight away because unless you like commit the Hex or something, he pops a Spike Carapace and then you're all stunned if you don't have BKBs. And like we've said, Invoker, he kind of wanted BKB, but he needs this armor as well, so he goes Solar Crest first. That's just an Orb of Destruction on the TA.
Do you like your armor? Because I like you not having it. Jeez. That is not fair.
And again,
Yeah,
like
sure.
SRF, he's going for these armor items and physical damage reduction, like Halberd Lotus, but he's not getting BKB.
Chalice starts off with the VKB Geomagnetic Grip as well as the Boulder Smash. They get the kill on a Felix. And now the right click's coming out of the Chalice as Jay, 16 stacks in the Essence Shift. They have the hook shot. They'll have the Cogs push him back. Although, now the Cogs in the Wukong. So, I think... It was Fade's Deafening Blast that I think messed up Clockwork's Cogs. And instead of pushing back XM into the hands of the Sark and away from his team, he got pushed back into the TA and the Cogs went around TA. They find SRF, they have the Clumsy Net, the right clicks from this TA, but there's the Heaven's Halberd, so he stays alive. BKB's been popped. You still have a lot of stacks of the Essence Shift, 24, 25, 26, and now 30, 31! I jumped up a little higher and faster than I can count. 33 stacks in the Essence Shift, stun from X-Nova, XM trying to leave with the Blink Dagger. You really need to leave this Sark alone for a little bit. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I can't believe they tried to reinitiate there. That was crazy. Like you say, with the Slark, you know he's starting the fight with 15 stacks. And what it allows Invoker to do is reset the Alacrity cooldown as well. So like at the start of that second fight, he has Alacrity again, throws it on the Slark. Slark just goes to town.
XM, do you really want to fight this?
I think he has a
Big
choice.
dead hook shot, and there are the cogs. BKB magnetize, and they're looking at the Slark. BKB's been
The
popped.
stacks, though.
I don't understand. He's got 47 essence shift. Why do you keep fighting? Granted, they were kind of like TA. I don't think TA needed to go for that. TA was cold snapped, turned around to go for the invoker, and then that's where the hook shot comes out, and TA is now forced into this fight. Could have just left. I think that in like slew of fights has just put RNG in the driver's seat.
Yeah, I think it, like, I don't know, because I think it's still 50-50 in the sense that if they let Slark just hit freely with Alacrity there at the start of every fight, it's always going to go that badly. But they need to be using these BKB durations better on their cores, I think, on EHOME, to like find good pickoffs. I think this Clockwork and the Bloodseeker are like massive baits at the moment, because they're really difficult to kill with how tanky they are. And in the meantime, these other three heroes like Lion, Slark, and Invoker are doing so much work. Like, just let Bloodseeker just live the fight. I don't think you ever need to focus him here. Incoming. The only reason they went on him the second time though was he was the one that broke the smoke, right? This Earthsmith's starting to really fall off though as well. I'm glad that he changed his mind off the vessel. But like he's just rolling in every fight and just dying because he has no armor. So I think this plate mail should help him at least a little bit, but he needs more.
X-Nova. Trying to stay forward. Look at that sentry ward. I like that. And the observer there from Felix. Spike Carapace. And the hook shot's short.
Yeah, they didn't. I don't think Super realized there was the double hook shot. They only saw the one. So he, yeah, makes him miss the hook. Oh, there's a DD that spawns bot. Slark's like, hell yeah, get me in. I've got my Moon Shard. I've got my Basher. I'm ready to go.
Jeez.
Alacrity, Solar Crest me, Invoker. Please, thank you. Paladin Sword for the Slark? Yes, yes. Thank you, Mr. Gaben.
And everything's coming up Millhouse for him right now.
Rock it on.
Like, quite seriously, just coming up Millhouse.
I think they saw them smoke up there, though.
Oh, wow. Slark, he might just die. Oh, wow. He gets blown up. And now this is going to be a really good fight for the side of EHOME. They get the kill on a super. Now they look over at Setsu. He's trying to run, but he's dusted up. The roll is going to miss. Boulder smash to the left. And the roll to the right. Setsu able to escape. Roche into the hands of XM and EHOME. They blew up that Slark. How did he take so much damage so quickly?
That was the thing. It's not even that he took so much damage. It's the short amount of time he took it in. But so they couldn't even react on Radiant side because they weren't ready. Like, Clock used hookshot before on that high ground, so he couldn't get into the pit straight away to help. I don't think that... I didn't expect it either. I didn't think Jay expected to, like, die that quickly on the Slark. But that's the thing. If you don't go for, like, a Scardian, you go Moonshard instead, then your stats aren't massively high. That's why, you know, these longer fights that we saw from them before, it looked so much better.
And are EHOME gonna break the high ground just off that? Maybe.
Well, Slark's up in 13. They have to be a bit careful. Yeah, they're gonna back off.
And it's up.
And they control the high ground now with the ward. So I imagine they're probably going to try and defend it pretty viciously.
$4K lead for EHOME. On the high ground waiting. Fade going into a Blink Dagger next. Right now he's got the EMP. And that is a level 7 EMP.
It's maxed for him. If he gets Ags, I don't know if it upgrades. Maybe it does, but... Setsu? Oh, he has to pop the Beekeeper just to run away.
Is he still out, though?
Oh, he has no TP.
4 seconds. He's fine.
Xnova just instantly buys the gem and he's like, I'm sick of your shit. That's not happening again.
Seriously. When you fight Sark, you know, and
they
he
want to
doesn't have
protect
all that
their ward.
essence shift. Telekinesis, roll in, no fire onto the Sark. They've got the BKB, Popeye Chalice, the Boulder Smash hits onto the Bloodseeker as well as the Clockwork. The Balance Strike just on the edge hits the Clockwork, trying to run Magnetize on him, doesn't get reapplied. Motivatos bounce back with the Lotus Orb onto the TA, and everybody disengages. That was BKB Popeye Chalice too.
That Sentry Ward, though, and the Observer Ward on the high ground, they were like, we are not letting this die. We want to fight under vision that we have, and they don't. But yeah, as soon as he, like, Dark Packs off the lift, though, of the Rubik, that's the big moment in that fight. Because all of a sudden he can't get 100 to 0'd anymore.
Invisibility.
What is Setsu going for now that he's got this BKB?
Good question. What could he go for? He could go Ags if he wanted. He could go Shivas, I think is okay. Even something like AC could be interesting. Refresher could be fun.
Hook shot. Coming through. Cogs, Deafening Blast. Should be able to take out the next assassin. They'll lose Super, or will they? Finally, one shot takes him out. And they've got the kick onto the Sark. Oh my god, in the Wukongs, he just gets blown to smithereens.
There was the Mind Breaker on the Monkey King. So when I don't even know if it was because of the Mind Breaker or the Bash, but something stopped him from doing like casting spells or doing anything. It might have been the Bash. And yeah, 100 to 0'd again, pretty much.
Roll in from Chalice. They're gonna steal the Hex. They've got the Nullifier in the finger. Well, as Triple C, he ends up dead. XM gets the kill on a Felix. They're going to start to back off because they no longer have this Monkey King. Hook shot out into the Blood Right. So there's the silence. The damage comes in. The Earth Spike is there. Can they finish off the TA for the first time? Yes, they can. They've got 4 heroes alive with the buyback being committed from the Lion. And now in the Ice Wall, XM's going to be in a little bit of trouble. We've got the Telekinesis, Lotus Orb on the Hex. Telekinesis drops him down onto the Invoker. They get the kill on a Felix. Now they look over at Setsu. They have the kill. They've got themselves 2. They look over at the TA who's been disarmed. They don't have the damage to finish him off. The Sunstrike's way off the mark. They look over at the SRF who's been hexed up. Roll comes in again from Chalice. Xnova coming over. The Tornado's going to hit onto the Earth Spirit. Look over to the side. Fade. He's making enough space for himself to blink in and then come into the fight. Look at Xnova with the Spike Carapace. The right clicks come through. Setsu trying to run, but he's not going to make it out. XM gets the kill. He's there for 109 seconds with no buyback. Sark will be alive, but all he'll have in a supporting cast is just the Bloodseeker.
That impale from Xnova at the end of that fight, just catching all 3 of them. That was... Oh. You don't want to know what I just did. That was crazy. I mean, that's a big fight though for EHOME, right? Like they forced so many buybacks. I think it was the Lion, the Clockwork, the Invoker. They all die again. So Fade did really well on that fight as well, keeping the TA alive towards the end. I don't know if you saw, as the fight was about to start, as the Aegis time was coming back up, he blinked in and he had Hex stolen, and I think he controlled up the Invoker. And at the same time, Chalice threw Lotus Orb on the TA as well, so that the Chain Stun from the Lion couldn't come through. It's like as soon as that TA respawns when she might be weak, they like Chalice and Fade just turn the fight between them. That was really cool. Oh, that's a
Shaco.
They might keep that on the TA.
No, you got Orb of Destruction.
Yeah, but she doesn't have a HP item. I think she's just debating in her head whether she wants it or not, but then she wouldn't have any mana. Yeah, sends it back. Okay. Oh, that's a great Monkey King item.
Oh wow. Next you're gonna... Oh, wow.
Oh,
next
there
you're gonna tell me
is.
they get the... They get themselves the...
Spell Prism
Timeless Relic.
Earth Spirit. That's the one you want.
There he goes.
On the,
Timeless
Relic Rubik
for the
as well.
Rubik. Rupture onto the Rubik as well as the Rod of Atos. They've got the silence, but they look over the Sark. They'll hit the Impale. Balance Strike comes in as well as they've got the silence onto both those heroes. The Lotus Orb is going to be used as well as the BKB coming out from the Sark. They get the Kona Super. He's going to pounce out of the high ground. The Bulls Smash hits onto the line as well as Bloodseeker. Well, all they got was the Clockwork out of that, but they forced those heroes back.
Yeah, Monkey King has the Tome coming out in the courier as well, so he's going to get really close to his 25 just after the T8's hit hers. So this... Oh, it might have been the Meld hit bash, actually, that's killed the Stark before. Anyway, yeah, I mean, Super dying there is sad, but they kept the Stark alive, which is the most important thing.
Ends up being Minotaur Horn.
Well, it's pretty good as well. They might give that to the TA.
Rubik upset.
Ooh, DD. Good.
And he hits 25, takes the additional Wukong's command circle, or ring. Same thing.
Honestly, you say Rubik's sad that he doesn't have relic, but like, he has spider legs, which against like clock and stuff is really good as well.
Yeah, I know, but
it's fine. He's fine.
When you could telekinesis somebody forever.
Yeah, this hex though that he had stolen before, it's like a 5.6 second hex because of the Arcane Supremacy. It's about to run out though. Should I just ping it and annoy all the other casters?
Yeah, still. Oh, missed your spot.
Oh, too late.
I'll do it next time.
Just as he blinked in there, just hex ran out.
Roche in 9 seconds. Is this? Yeah, this is third Roche, right?
Yeah. So is it going to be Axe or Refresher?
And who do you give the Axe to?
If you're Die, I think you give it to the Rubik, so he doesn't have to build his own. He's going to buy a point booster here, but... Oh, it's an Axe as well.
It's an Axe.
If not, maybe you give it to the Earth Spirit. That would be good.
Yeah.
Or Nyx is really good as well. They have a few good ones, actually.
Yeah, but Nyx is a 5 position.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter, right? Like, if the Nyx is able to just sit in Vendetta in the middle of a... Sorry, in Burrow in the middle of a fight.
Yeah, I know.
That'd be ridiculous.
Looks like Chalice is going to take it. He's building an Axe, too. No, Nyx Assassin gets it.
Nice. It's actually really good. It's one of the most annoying things to play against in Dota, I think.
And the 5 position just got a net worth buff where he has more net worth than basically the 4 and 5 on the Radiant combined.
Nice net worth, Noob Rubik. Noob Rubik idiot.
Alright, X Nova.
Oh, he's on the cliff.
That's perfect. If he could just stay there and go into the burrow, but they get the kill on a super.
Yeah, good force from Fade there as well.
Yeah.
Keeps Nyx alive, pushing him down from the high ground.
I know, but what if he just wanted to burrow up there?
Just let me live my life, Fade. Just let me be a ward.
I'm letting out my inner 5 position. Oh. Alright, he gets into the burrow. May not be the best area to be in the burrow, but the Sark's in a lot of trouble. The Abyss Blade comes out into the Lotus Orb. Can they get the kill to the Sark? Looks over at X Nova. Has the Shadow Dance used.
Stolen blood right there as well. I think they have to get... Look at X Nova.
Just over to the side.
God.
He could have just spiked Carapace that.
Yeah, he could, but he doesn't want to be silenced. His 4-staffing and Burrow has been known to confuse some people before. You know, maybe you think you're facing one way, you're accidentally facing a different way. You're silenced, you 4-staff yourself into their base while you're burrowed so you can't cast spells.
Do it with flair.
Or run away because you're silenced. Yeah, if you get
as the Abyssal.
If you get silenced up in Burrow, you can't get out of Burrow. So, yeah. You can tell X is absolutely loving life, though.
Yeah, he's got the most farm he's had in a long time. You know, we talk about these 5 positions that always have, like, they get, like, a lot of farm. We're like, wow, he hasn't had that much farm in a while. Like, X Nova is one of those guys who plays, like, the hard 5.
You say it about DY every game at the moment.
Yeah. DY has 4K? Wow, he hasn't been this far in his life.
50 minutes? Whoa.
Smokes. being used, as is the Ninja Gear. Telekinesis, Nullifier, Boundless Strike, Hookshot comes in. Did they get the kill on the Sark? Yes, they do. So Jay's
no
hit for 90
buyback.
seconds. Down goes Super. That's going to be 2 heroes without buyback. The Aerospike hits a couple of these heroes, but the Magnetize is going to be placed on by Chalice. They look over at Felix. Got the Rupture onto this Earth Spirit. They're already going to call GG, and the game will go to EHOME. The series will go to EHOME, and RNG have been eliminated.
I think, again, kind of the series is the result we expected from the series. But I was kind of hoping for at least a game 3 here. I think RNG were good enough at points in this series, but it's this consistency that we haven't seen from them throughout the tournament. So again, they look good at certain points in the games. They didn't ever look good across the whole series. This game, there was that one really good fight with the Slark and the Invoker. Do you remember where they got like 50 stacks on the Slark or something, which was ridiculous?
Yeah.
And it wasn't even across one fight. It was across like 3 different fights. There was 2 in the top jungle, and then there was the one by the Dire bot tier 2 as well. And that fight made it look really good. And then there was the second Roche fight where the Slark just died from 100 to 0. And then after that point, the Slark